Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today for this for the people that are on the call with me already to introduce themselves. If you can jump on chat and just let me know from where in the world you're joining us from today, as well as which program you've set your eyes on, which Nexford program do you wish to enroll in? Hi, everyone. Hi, Sunny. Hi, Riham. And Sintayehu. Ahmad Rufai. Hi, everyone. Thanks for jumping in on chat. Please let me know more about yourself and which Nexford program you wish to enroll in. All right, we've got our first person here. We've got Loveness. Hello, everyone. I'm from Zimbabwe and wish to enroll in an MBA. That's a fantastic choice, definitely a popular one. I'm glad to hear that. Have you started your application journey yet, Loveness? Not yet. No worries. You can reach out to our team, whether on help or on WhatsApp, or you can perhaps request a call from a Nexford application specialist, and we would be happy to assist you with your application journey at any point. We've got Sunny here for the MBA e-commerce and digital transformation. Wonderful. Hi, Riham from Egypt. You've applied for an MBA specialized in sustainability. Fantastic. Welcome. Thanks for joining us today. Hi, Adebola Adetumole from Nigeria, currently enrolled in the MBA program, and it's her first month. Fantastic. Sunny started the process of payment. Okay, I'm glad to see people at different application stages. And Sintayeho from Ethiopia likes to proceed in development economics. Fantastic. Norley from Nigeria also interested in an MBA. Thanks everybody for being so responsive. I'm happy to learn more about you. I see a lot of people interested in our MBA degree today, so that's fantastic. Perhaps we can have some chance to showcase some MBA courses in the online portal. Okay, so we've waited long enough for more attendees to join us. It seems we have a smaller crowd today with 8 or 9 attendees so far. So let's just get started. I will start by introducing myself. My name is Mai, and I'm a senior Nexford application specialist. I have been with Nexford for 5 years now, and during that time, I've spoken with so many aspiring learners, such as yourselves, who have had many questions about the online learning experience at Nexford. They've been curious to know how different it is compared to other online universities or other online programs. You know, I've received questions such as how will I connect with other learners online, or my professor? What type of support am I going to receive? Are there exams? You know, what is the learning method? And so much more. So I am sure you have your own set of questions today. That is what I'm here to do, to answer as many of them as I can, as well as show you the online platform. Of course, I am not a Nexford learner, so this will be a demo account. However, it's going to show you, you know, how the online platform is basically going to look like for you, with some limitations in some areas, but we will be going through it together. And I look forward to your questions. We will be having a Q&A at the end of the webinar. I see Sunny saying that we are muted. Yes, that's correct, Sunny. For these virtual tours, you're welcome to drop in your questions in the webinar chat or the Q&A portion. So I recommend the Q&A box. There's a Q&A box in the Zoom application for everybody. That is where I recommend you drop in your questions so I can answer them towards the end of the webinar. And a reminder that this webinar is being recorded. So if you do want a playback once it's over, just ask our team and we'll be happy to share it with you. All right. So with that, I will start sharing my screen and we can get started, everybody. All right. I see, Sunny, you dropped your, a comment in the Q&A area. Perfect. So I can see that you found it. Please, everybody, also, just drop your questions there. And that ensures I don't miss out on any important questions that you have. It may get lost in between the different comments in the webinar chat sometimes. So just to ensure I don't miss out on your questions, Q&A box is the best place to drop your questions. All right. I will start sharing my screen with everybody. Okay, with a show of hands, I would love everybody to just confirm that they can see my screen right now. All right, I see some people raising their hands. We've got Riham, Loveness, Ahmed Rufai, Leslie. Thank you so much for raising your hands. All right, so we've got Norley as well. So I think this means everybody can see my screen. So let's get started. So what everyone is currently looking at is the main dashboard of our online learning platform at Nexford. Once you get enrolled at Nexford, and when I say get enrolled, it means you've completed your application and your enrollment process, you get access to the online platform, and the learning management system that we use at Nexford is called Canvas. It is very user-friendly. And as you can see, this is the main dashboard here. But if I go over also over here, you'll see that there is a mobile app. There's a mobile application called Canvas Student. Anybody can download this, whether they're an Android user or an iPhone user. It's very user-friendly also. It's functional in that you can check your courses, you can check your assignments, your grades. You can communicate with fellow learners or professors or success advisors. I will explain who these success advisors are a little later on in the webinar, but yeah, you can definitely do your studying on your mobile app, but you are required to have a personal computer or a laptop to do your studying at Nexford, especially if you are studying a degree program. We have occasional proctored assessments, specifically at the start, middle, and end of your degree program. These only apply to degree programs at Nexford. At Nexford, when I say proctored assessments, I mean that these are, recorded, they're timed. You need a, webcam or a camera on your laptop to be able to do these. So a mobile app would not be possible for those, and some assignments do require a laptop. So I definitely hope that you've got at least that, requirement down. And in any case, when you get enrolled, the access that you can receive to the online platform is the same for the mobile app and the dashboard. So we're back in the main dashboard here. The boxes in front of you represent either courses you're enrolled in at Nexford or a resource you always have access to, such as Writing Lab. So let's start with the NXU Orientation. NXU stands for Nexford University, and the orientation course is a short course that you need to complete before you start your official Nexford program. You're not being graded on these. When I say a short course, I mean that you can complete it in as little as 30 minutes. So it's not going to take you much time. And the orientation course is sort of your welcome package when you get enrolled at Nexford, and you need to complete it before you start your official program. It'll tell you everything you need to know to get started at Nexford. You'll learn all about the university policies, how to navigate through the online platform, how to access, the academic resources and services that you're having access to as a Nexford learner, and then, of course, strategies for succeeding in online learning. So let's jump to the module section. You'll see that this has only 4 modules, whereas every Nexford course normally has 6 modules and a final project. So it's short, like I mentioned. We can jump into module 1 here to learn more. And from the beginning, everybody gets a welcome video from our founder and our CEO, Fadel Al-Tarzi, where he tells everybody a bit more about Nexford University and Nexford's mission and how we got started. So I would like to play this for everybody just for some seconds.
It's been said that the future is a convenient place for dreams, so why not dream big? I've always known education changes lives, but I first realized its impact over a decade ago. On my entrepreneurial journey, I saw a gap between the skills of college graduates and the needs of employers. With my own startups, I struggled to find people with the right competencies. For example, I couldn't find a software engineer with effective communication skills. I couldn't find the creative designers who could plan. I thought to myself, is this why unemployment stats of college graduates grab so many media headlines? And it's not our graduates' fault. Burdened by heavy debt, cohorts of learners walk away from university unprepared for the workplace. That's why I set out to create a university for you, one that I'm convinced has the potential to positively impact lives as well as millions worldwide. I'm Fadel Al-Tarzi, and I can proudly say that I'm the founder and CEO of Nexford University. Expect NXU to meet you.
All right, guys, that is just a sneak peek. Hopefully you can watch it in its entirety once you get enrolled at Nexford. But I do want to say that this video right here is just a small example of the different and dynamic elements through which you're going to it's not just going to be a lot of text. We don't want our learners falling asleep. So you'll find videos like these that are embedded within your courses. You'll find a lot of mix of media, such as, mix of videos, downloadable resources, interactive exercises, and there's always something to keep you engaged. And for every video, you'll find that there is a written transcript you can download, which can be very useful for the modules or the courses that you're studying at Nexford. So the courses are not just workplace relevant. You'll find that they're engaging, they're interactive, there's diverse multimedia content that brings learning to life. Each course is organized into modules and each aligning with specific learning outcomes. So I hope I can show you that in one of the other courses, not just the orientation course. But we'll talk more about, the competency-based learning a little later on, but let's just go back to the orientation here. As you progress, from the start, you're being encouraged to join WhatsApp study groups. It's really useful to have a study buddy at the start of your program when you're studying at Nexford. They can help you, learn new study skills, gain different perspectives, and since we have learners from more than 110 countries around the world right now, you'll find WhatsApp groups that are either country-specific, program-specific, or intake-specific. Also get connected with a peer mentor. So peer mentors are current Nexford learners that are dedicated to making you feel welcome and helping you get settled in the new learning environment. Just reach out to a success advisor and they will connect you with an available peer mentor. You can also be a peer mentor yourself once you're a little more, I would say experienced in your program, and you can learn all about that by speaking to a success advisor. For every Nexford course, there is a discussion forum. For discussion forums within courses or modules, of course, the topic normally being discussed is the subject matter, right? What you're studying within that course or within that module. But for the orientation course, you're being asked to use the discussion forum for the first time to just introduce yourself to the Nexford community. You're being given a prompt here just to tell everybody a little more about yourself and your goals and why you joined Nexford. Some people like to add their LinkedIn profile, maybe photos, things like that. You should be able to see the comments at the bottom here, and you can engage with other learners. You can, do engage and, comment, do a like, for example, just interact with their posts. But of course, I am not a Nexford learner. And like I said, this is a demo account and that's private learner information. So you're not being able to see the different kind of comments learners might be posting. It says the topic is closed for comments at the bottom here, but normally that is where you'll be able to see all the discussions within the discussion forums. Then you'll learn about the important university policies and resources. You'll have access to the Nexford University Knowledge Base and Resource Center and all the information that you need to learn about the different terms and conditions and policies and grading and so much more. Then you get tips on how to navigate through the dashboard, kind of similar to what we're doing today. I'll go through some of this as well with you and how to access your courses. Here, you're being told that you can enter your account area from this left side navigation pane, which follows you no matter where you go in the online platform. As you can see, it's always there. That is where you can have full control over the types of notifications you receive on Canvas. And then you learn how to ask for help, which is through success advisors. That's one of the ways. So success advisors they can kind of serve like your coach or your mentor throughout your program. You have 24/7 access to contact them, whether it's on WhatsApp or you can arrange or schedule a call with them. There's a booking link here where you can get connected with its advisor. Book a 1-hour session with them at a time that is suitable for both of you. So let's say you pick October, 16th and a timing, just put in your details and book. And it's that easy to book a 1-hour session with a success advisor. Success advisors are there to literally help you succeed. That is their main goal, and it's even in their title. You'll find that success advisors often reach out to you before you even think of reaching out to them, and that is because they're tracking your progress. They can tell if you look like you're falling behind in your courses, or perhaps you're struggling, or so on, and they literally want to help you succeed. They can help you with goal setting or scheduling or so much more. So anything learning related, I always recommend reaching out to a success advisor. Alternatively, if it's a technical issue that you're facing, you can always reach out to our IT support team or our tech team. And again, you can see here options to reach out to a university professor instead, or perhaps a peer mentor. We also have FAQs, so there's a ton of resources you can always reach out to answer any questions that you may have. So we're back in the dashboard here. I want to show you the courses. We'll just give you an overview of the courses that you're currently enrolled in. You can get enrolled in a maximum of 2 courses in a term, and that's every 2 months. You can complete it in as little as a month. So we do offer flexible pay structure where learners, depending on their high GPA, the higher your grades are, the more number of courses you're going to be allowed to take at the same time. And in this case, it would be a maximum of 2 in every term. Right, so history over here will just take you to the previous pages that you accessed in the online platform. Very useful when you're studying and you just want to go back and forth between, different modules or areas. A reminder, guys, that this session is being recorded, so you can ask for a playback once it's over. Another reminder that, I encourage you to drop your questions in the Q&A box or Q&A segment in your Zoom application. I see 2 questions already, so that's fantastic. Thank you guys for dropping your questions, and I look forward to answering them towards the end of the webinar. So let's move forward. Calendar, let me show you here. Just pick a future date. Let's say. So you'll always have access to your calendar, whether it's on your mobile phone or your Zoom, or your Canvas, platform on your PC or laptop. And you'll see that there are items automatically added to your calendar depending on the courses that you are enrolled in. You can play around with the filtering here just to get organized if you want to plan something. You'll see that these are color-coded, which is something that you can control from the main dashboard here. These are just some features on Canvas. Just select a different color for the courses. You can do a color overlay if that helps you get organized. It might work for some people. And you can, of course, click anywhere to add your own event or add your own to-do item. And then you can flesh that out a little bit more by clicking on more options. If you want to add more details, you want to add some formatting, start time, end time, and you want it to repeat, you want a certain frequency, and so on, and then just create the event. And this can, of course, be synchronized with your PC or laptop or mobile phone. That way you never miss out on any important reminders. Then we have the inbox, which is also one of the easiest ways you can communicate with your professor or success advisor or fellow learners. So you'll see that you can receive some announcements straight to your inbox from faculty members, but I want to show you how easy it is to compose a new message. Just click on compose a new message at the top, select a course that you're enrolled in. For example, let's say business analytics. You should be given the option to select students or teacher. right? But this is a demo account. That's why it's a bit limited. This is just to showcase the online platform here. But let's say you want to speak with a student. In this case, I'm also being given the option to only select myself. Put in your subject and your message and send. And normally you can, like I mentioned, send a message to a professor or fellow learners that are enrolled in a course with you. If you want to know who's enrolled in a course with you, let's open up, let's say, business analytics. I'll show you the difference between that and the NXU orientation in terms of how it is set up. You'll find more items in the table of contents. You'll find that there's a course syllabus, some key course information here before you get started. And if we jump to modules, you'll see that there are 6 section each module, and so on. And then I'll just scroll to the one here where you see the final project that you're also being graded on. So there's a total of 6 graded assignments, which include a final project. And this is the community discussion, the discussion forum that I mentioned earlier is going to be accessible with a module. You get a prompt or something, you can reply and then start, posting in the discussion forum here, and then just right at the bottom and other learners can see it. But let's jump back here. I want to let you know, if you go to people, this is where you can see who else is enrolled in the course with you. So you will have visibility on this. Normally, you'll see a long list of other learners that are enrolled in the same course, in the same intake as you. Just look for the column of roll. You'll find several students. And then if you look for teacher, that's then you're going to know who's the teacher that is teaching that specific course. And you can click on their profile. Most of them will write as much or as little as they want within their profile, but there will be contact information. So you can reach out to your professor before you even start your program. That's one of the many ways, again, to communicate with fellow learners or a professor, aside from sending them an email, aside from sending them a message in your inbox. There is also a live chat. So a reminder, this is a demo account, but normally you'll find a lot more users online at the same time. At any given time, you log into your platform, and then you can chat live as well with fellow learners or otherwise. Okay, so we've gone through some of the basics here, some of the items in the left side navigation pane. Before we move forward to talk more about the learner benefits at Nexford, I want to cover also the writing lab, which I mentioned is something you always have access to through journey at Nexford. So what is the writing lab? We know that not everybody is a natural born writer, and for the types of assignments you're going to be required to do at Nexford, there may be types of formatting you haven't used before. Perhaps you need more assistance with academic writing or research skills or so on. Then this is a place for you. Just go to the modules area here. You'll see there are a couple of papers and texts or articles, and then there's also some videos. So you'll see the videos through the video icon that looks like this. But let's go back to the top. Here you're given the different style guides, tips on what plagiarism is and how to avoid it. You're just going to be able to elevate your writing with this cutting edge writing lab. You get access to expert guidance, how to master the latest techniques for ethical AI use in research and content creation, just ensuring that your assignments shine. You'll have access here to also English grammar and mechanics, structure and organization, and all the tips that you need. And again, if you need further assistance, you can always reach out to your professor or a success advisor. So that is one of the many features that you have access to as a Nexford learner. Another thing is the NXU library. So the NXU library is a robust library of over 60 million resources. It covers so many different topics. Let's scroll through some of them here. You'll see that this extensive online library is packed with thousands and thousands of databases, articles, and publications, ebooks, news articles, and so much more. It's all accessible anytime, anywhere at no additional cost. It's already included within your tuition, and I'm talking about over 60 million resources that you can use as a research tool throughout your learning journey at Nexford. So that is the NXU library, one of the many features. You'll also have access here to LinkedIn Learning. If you haven't heard of LinkedIn Learning, It is connected to LinkedIn, and normally you need a paid subscription to be able to access LinkedIn Learning. But as a Nexford learner, it's also included within your tuition to have access to more than 16,000 LinkedIn Learning courses and videos that also cover so many different areas. If you are studying, for example, data analytics or business analytics, for example, at Nexford, and you have an additional interest in marketing, you can take some marketing courses in LinkedIn Learning and then gain additional certificates. So some of these range from 5 minutes, 10 minutes, up to 4 hours. So you'll find so much on LinkedIn Learning. And I'll show you an example of a certificate of completion. Our learners really love this benefit. It's something you can add to your CV or resume. It's proof that you're learning on the go. You're not just waiting to complete your Nexford program, and you're having skills that you can apply right away. It, will really sharpen your skills. It'll boost your resume and hopefully accelerate your career growth. So that's one of the many career services that you have access to at Nexford. So anybody can go to nexford.edu/. Here, which we're already covered. And if you're in Africa, you also have additional access to IBM Digital Nation Africa, or IBM DNA for short. And this is more for those interested in programming or cybersecurity or web or technology or AI, then this is definitely the place for you. And then we also have Forage. So Forage is already a free resource, but we teamed up with them for a similar reason like we did with LinkedIn Learning, so that you can, be aware of this type of platform, and you'll find courses from Forage, well, not courses, rather job simulations that are already embedded within your Nexford courses as an option for you to take as well. So Forage, like I said, is already a free resource, but it's where you can get virtual work experience, but at real companies like JP Morgan, Accenture, and so much more. You can choose to share your task submissions with recruiters, which can lead to interview opportunities for internships. And some of these have different difficulty levels, as you can see, whether it's intermediate or advanced. They can take anywhere from 1 to 2 hours up to 3 or 4 or even 6 to 7 hours to complete certain job simulations. Here's an example of somebody having gone through a job simulation through Forage and, really tapping into this extra benefit at Nexford University. And you'll see that they received a certificate of completion for the job simulation that they did as well. All right, and finally, I know I get this question a lot, is how can I retain access to all of this or maintain access to all of this, all of these benefits even after I graduate from Nexford? Well, we do offer an alumni access program, which allows you to still be able to revisit all of your courses and your course content and assignments and so on, all of your coursework, even after you graduate, as well as LinkedIn Learning and NXU Digital Library and IBM DNA if you are based in Africa, and also the Microsoft 365 license that you will have access to as a Nexford learner. It is for a paid subscription of $15 a month or $150 a year, but that way you can always still, have access to all of these learner benefits. So that about sums up a lot, of information here. If anybody has questions to, about answer them. I see some questions in the Q&A, so I'm excited to answer those questions. Let's get started. Okay, we've got here, I see a question from Sunny. I was asked to pay $275 monthly. I want to know how much discount or scholarship I can get. Sunny, we do provide different scholarship offers depending on the program that you apply to at Nexford, as well as the country that you reside in. So if you haven't gotten connected yet with a Nexford application specialist, I recommend that you do. Yeah, they will share with you a scholarship link where you can, apply for a scholarship offer, and your answers to the questions there in the form will be reviewed by our scholarship board, and you will be contacted soon about whether or not you receive a scholarship offer, as well as the amount that you receive. So if you've yet to do that, I recommend filling the form. I will share this with you as well on chat. And again, it's important to note, guys, that tuition fees vary depending on your location as well as which Nexford program you apply to. So if I remember correctly, Sunny, where are you based? Are you based in Nigeria? All right, you are based in Nigeria, so that's correct that the total amount per month is 275 for our MBA program. I will tell you the total cost. Because at Nexford, it's important to note that if you take more time to complete your degree, you will not have to worry about penalties or increasing cost. You will never pay beyond the maximum cost for the average duration of your degree enrollment, making budgeting for your education hassle-free. What I mean by that is, for example, if you're based in Nigeria, the tuition fee for the MBA program is $275 a month. So with an average duration of 18 months, that means you will never pay more than $4,950 for the duration of your degree enrollment, even if you take longer than 18 months, up to, I believe the maximum is 27 months, if I remember correctly, that you will not pay more than that duration. You can, of course, pay less if you finish your program faster because you only pay for the number of months you spend studying at Nexford. And if you do get approved for a scholarship, you will, of course, pay even less than the amount that I mentioned. Sunny, I know you said you hope these slides would be shared with us too. So they aren't slides, they're just pages from the online platform. So it's not a link I can be able to share with anybody because the online platform is something you have access to only after you get enrolled at Nexford, which is why we do these sort of exclusive Nexford virtual tours of the online platform. However, you can definitely ask our team by email or WhatsApp to get a link to the recording of this webinar, and that way you can revisit the areas that I covered in the online platform. You can also book a one-on-one session with me. I do hold or host one-on-one virtual tours that run for 15 minutes. I will share my booking link, and that way we can also have a one-on-one, and then you can request to see certain areas also in the online platform if you like. So I hope the questions regarding scholarship offers are something I've already covered. I know Sintayehu is asking also, is there any financial aid or sponsorship available for students who are financially incapable? And definitely, yes, we do provide scholarship offers. So let me share with you that information also on chat. Extra information on chat here also for everybody about maximum tuition. And Ahmed Rufai Otuoze says, what does a scholarship for an MBA look like? I'm trying to recall where you're based. Again, tuition depends on where you're based. So can you please clarify which country you currently reside in so I can provide you with proper scholarship information? Based in Nigeria. Okay, fantastic. So currently the Nigerian tuition fee for the MBA is $275 a month. However, we can offer a partial scholarship. We do not provide full scholarships at Nexford, but there can be partial scholarship offers where you can get 50% off the first month and then hopefully 30% off the rest of your program. These are specifically for scholarship offers in Nigeria. So I recommend also filling the form, and let me share this with everybody on chat. That is a scholarship form for everybody to fill, and you will get connected with our team for further information and to be told if whether or not you were awarded a scholarship offer by our scholarship board. Does anyone else have any questions around application, processing or enrollment? I want to check with everybody. Does everybody know when our next intake is? When is the soonest that you can start learning with Nexford University? If anyone can jump on chat and let me know, that would be great. The first of every month. Correct, Rihan? That is right. Thanks for your response. So that means that November 1 is the soonest that anybody can start learning with Nexford. How about enrollment deadline? Has anybody spoken with a Nexford application specialist yet that has informed them a little bit about our enrollment deadlines? There is a monthly enrollment deadline, which means that there's a certain date each month that you need to make sure you complete your application and enrollment on or before in order to join the following intake. So does anybody know when this date is? We normally do not provide exceptions. Yes, Zainab, scholarship is just for a discounted rate for the tuition fees. Yes, that's correct. All right, it looks like everyone on the call may not be aware yet. So the 28th of this month, 28th of October, is the enrollment deadline if you wish to start learning with us on November 1. When I say enrollment deadline, I mean that you need to complete your application, receive hopefully a positive application decision, and pay at least the first month of your program, your chosen program, tuition in order to complete your enrollment at Nexford and secure your spot for the upcoming intake. And you need to do this on or before the 28th of October. If you miss that deadline, the soonest that you'll be able to join is December 1 and so on. Our programs start on the 1st of every month. And if you do want to benefit from a scholarship offer, that is a limited time offer only for the month of October. Normally the deadlines for those are end of month. So by that, I mean, for example, October 31st. So you need to make sure to complete your enrollment by that date, and you can still choose a future start date up to 3 months ahead. So anybody can enroll at any time and choose a future start date up to 3 months ahead if they are not ready to start their program right away, whether it's for financial reasons or time constraints. So for example, if you currently have the tuition fees to cover only 1 month and you need some extra time to sort your finances, then you would pay just for the first month of your tuition and choose a future start date like January 1, which is the latest start date that you can choose as of today. And then by start of January 1, 2025, at the end of that month is only the next date by which you need to pay the second tuition fee. I hope that that makes sense. I'm sure with time, all of these policies are going to be very clear to you and quite easy. So I do recommend speaking with our team, whether it's a Nexford application specialist or someone on chat or email, and that way we can assist you further and help you with your application journey at Nexford. It's nice to meet you, Zainab. Glad to hear that you're from Nigeria. We definitely have a lot of learners from Nigeria, as well as 110 countries around the world right now. So we would be super happy for you to join us very soon. I've shared with everybody already the scholarship application link. I will share on chat as well right now some very useful information for those who have yet to start their application. I would say the first step you need to do is, of course, pick a Nexford program. So you need to do your research properly, go on our website. You'll see all the information that you need about every Nexford program. You can speak on the phone or get connected with a senior Nexford application specialist to help you choose a program. If you have certain goals, but you're not sure which Nexford program is going to help you get there, then they will walk you through the process. I think it's important first to know what your latest, education is. What is your highest academic qualification, and that will help guide you or limit sort of the options that you have of what you can apply to at Nexford, whether it's a graduate level program or an undergraduate level program. And once you are able to, assess that first, then you can choose a program, check the admission requirements, see that you meet them, and you'll see tips on how to have a successful application at Nexford. So hopefully you get a positive application decision from our admissions team. So, and then you can start your application process anytime online. If you're not ready to finish your application online in one go, don't worry, you can jump on the application portal at any time, put in whichever information you can, save your progress and exit. And when you continue at another time, you'll just continue from where you left off and then complete your application once you're ready. There is a one-time $25 application fee that is mandatory for every application. It's for the processing and admission of every Nexford application, since we receive hundreds every month. And then you can receive a positive application decision, hopefully within 1 to 7 business days. If your application is clear, your documents, are clear, your, everything is valid, nothing is expired, your form of identification is not expired, and so on. If your names match, between your identification or in your school certificates and so on, then you can probably receive an application decision within 1 to 2 days. You can even receive a same-day decision sometimes if your application is just, really on point. And then the next step would be the enrollment process, where you need to pay at least of your chosen program tuition, and then sign just an enrollment agreement and choose your payment frequency, and also just choose a start date. So that is the final process of getting fully registered at Nexford and being ready to start your program as soon as possible. And the great thing about enrolling early before the start date is that you receive early access to the online platform and all of the learner benefits that I was able to cover with you today. That includes LinkedIn Learning, it includes Forage, it includes having ample time to complete the NXU orientation and getting acquainted with the online platform, and so much more. So I do recommend early registration. I think it'll provide a lot of ease for you. You can join our WhatsApp study groups early on and maybe get connected with other learners and such. Finally, there is a PDF guide that I recommend everybody to download as well. It takes you through the application and enrollment process step by step. There are photos, there's text, there are examples. I think it's really useful to have that handy when you start your online application, as it can help you also make sure you understand the application process and the different pages as well. So that is a link. You can download the application guide step by step, and hopefully it'll guide you through the application. Again, you can always just reach out to our team. We would be happy to speak with you anytime. I will share our WhatsApp number on chat right now. That's our WhatsApp number. You can send us an email at help@nexford.org for more information as well, for more assistance. So does anyone else have any further questions? I know I'm just covering the application and enrollment guide or process right now. Before we wrap up our call today, does anybody have any final questions? Any final questions, guys, before we wrap up? Does anyone else have any questions about studying style? I want to also mention to everybody that I know I showed you the different studying styles, and I talked about it today. There are also live lectures that are hosted by faculty or professors twice a month, but those are only optional. It's not mandatory or required for you to attend, but I really recommend you join those live sessions that are hosted by faculty members, because they're super useful. They have great information for you and tips and tricks to succeed in your assignments and so much more. There's honestly a lot to cover about the online platform. If you want to speak some more, I shared with everybody, and I'll share it again on chat here. I think I shared it in one of the Q&A comments, my booking link for a one-on-one session if you want to speak some more. I'm happy to answer any further questions that you have. There is also normally a longer virtual tour session that I host at the end of every month. For the month of October, I believe this will be on the 29th of October. And this will be joined by a fellow Nexford professor, a faculty member, as well as 2 Nexford learners who will talk about their Nexford journey. Normally they're Nexford learners or perhaps a learner and a graduate. And that way you can ask questions directly to the Nexford learners from around the world. Ask more about their personal learning experience. You can direct questions to the Nexford professor. These webinars run for an hour, up to an hour and a half. So it's going to be the last week, I think, of October. So stay tuned for information about the specific dates and the booking link for those if you want to cover a little bit more about the online learning experience as well and have further questions. All right, Sintayeho, you're super, super welcome. It was my pleasure. You said much appreciate for your wonderful information from your side and clear justification. I'm happy to hear that. I hope this was insightful for the rest of the attendees on the call today. I do thank you for taking this time out of your day or your evening to join me on this call. I hope you learned more about the Nexford learning experience. If you have any further questions, you know where to reach us. You have our WhatsApp number. I'll share with you our WhatsApp link also if you want to chat with us on WhatsApp web, for example, and you have our email address. So please reach out. Don't hesitate. Any questions that you have, please don't be shy. We're here to assist you with your application journey and find a program that best suits your career goals and your study goals. So I look forward to everybody to joining us, to join us very soon, hopefully in our next intake or anytime in the upcoming 3 months. So thank you again for your time, and thanks everybody for your lovely questions, and best of luck with your application journey at Nexford. Thank you so much, Leslie. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for the great questions. Thank you, Favor and Ahmed Rufai, Riham, Norley, Adebola. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.